you.
Aloha!
Aloha! Aloha Lee here.
You said say the first thing that popped in your mind.
How do you make the screen go bigger?
How do you change this thingy? The
Yeah.
little things on the bottom?
Yeah.
There should be one with
There you
little...
go, like that.
And
Okay, gotcha. That's good.
Come on. Take two. Go, Bizarre.
wait, are we forming up to become a robot or something? Am I the legs?
I
What?
don't know.
Are we joining up to form a robot or something? Am I the legs right now?
Hey guys, what is up? Otaku Mike here with the Sassy Otakus. It is glad to be back. I'm just saying. We had a hiatus.
Wait,
I feel like we've come back stronger.
I need you to start over one more time.
Why?
Go.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Otaku Mike, and we're part of the Sassy Otakus. Bitches. And we
You weren't supposed to say anything.
We took a little bit of a hiatus, and we are back stronger than ever. And today we are talking about digital versus physical manga and anime.
Yeah.
How was that? Was that good?
Yeah.
Was that sassy enough?
Yeah.
No,
and sorry I missed on the 10th. Like I said, I was stupid and I picked up a shift at work and I wasn't thinking about it. So,
hey, it's okay.
But money's money, so.
How has everybody been?
Pretty good. I got a shit ton of manga and anime in the mail that I'm excited about. So.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah.
Right, my box is over there. I have to do an unboxing.
I got
to build a new shelf for the house.
You're busy.
It's sturdy. It's metal. I can't wait.
So are you still gonna? How are you gonna set up your new manga room over there? Have any different ideas or anything?
Yeah, the white boxes that I have, I think I am going to utilize those for part of them. And if I'm going through a series, that way I don't have as many series just sitting out on my table or anything. I can pull them off. Or stuff like that. So basically on the shelves will be the bigger or oblong series or whatever, and anything that is basically like a TBR.
So the ongoing series you're going to leave in the white boxes?
Yeah. You mean ongoing that I've already read?
Oh. If it's ongoing, how did you finish it? I'm confused.
No, like I have what I've read in there. So like if I've read, one that I've read before, like Flowers of Evil, and I read 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Then 1 through 10's in the box, but 11's still sitting out because I haven't read it yet.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I mean, I have read all that, but
Then are you gonna put it on your shelf once it's completed?
No, at that, since it's a standard size, I'm gonna put it in the box.
Okay. So you're going by sizes in the box?
Yeah, because I can't put anything else in the boxes. Like only the standard size. Like
because they're the small. It's like for comic books.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I can turn them on their side and put them in there, and they'll fit all the way. And then I can put another line in there and put them all the way, but I can't set them up right. It's less books.
How are you gonna put? Are you gonna bring all your shelves and put your shelves up still the same in the new place?
No.
What are you gonna do?
One of them, this big metal one, it's a little bit smaller than two of them together, but it should still take up that much room, and I can put these white boxes on it. So I'll have like one little corner that has the white boxes on it, and then I'm going to put regular shelves in there and some other stuff. So I'll be able to give you guys a better impression after I get this other shelf put up.
Gotcha.
All right.
And then And then like along here, like the closet. So like along right here, all the way on the other one where the door frame and everything is, we're going to put a shelf all the way around right here.
Yeah.
Around the ceiling, and then put like the pops and models and everything else up there kind of to display them. Because
You moved your shelf to the closet. Was that just because you're moving?
I moved my shelf into the closet.
No, like over the closet. Your white shelf.
No, the house doesn't have one, so we're going to put that up so that I can kind of display the pops and stuff up there.
Gotcha.
Poppy.
So what's new with you, Mike?
Wait, I do have one thing though.
What?
It's a side conversation to tonight's conversation, but I think y'all need to have an argument about should Jen Graves give up on pops to build models or vice versa. Because Mike told Jen Graves to do that the other day. He's like, why buy pops when you can buy models?
I literally just made it. I wanted to put it on the plate for you. Sorry.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, well, you made me lose train of thought. Sorry. So, what's new with me? So I moved all my manga.
Did you not want to answer my question?
I will answer your fucking question in a minute. Don't get sassy with me, mister.
Hey, man. This is called the Sassy Otakus.
Hey, Jen Graves, don't be a bitch.
Yeah, don't be a little bitch, Jen Graves.
Hey, due to certain things, that word is not allowed on this podcast anywhere anymore. Okay.
My dogs are freaking out.
What's new with me? So I moved all of my manga onto another shelf, and I put it on my anime shelf, and I moved my anime to my manga shelf.
So you have 3 shelves now?
No. But I might have a third shelf because my wife is thinking about getting rid of all of her Funko Pops. And she was like, just save me a row on the third shelf for her books. So that might be the Gundam shelf. Just saying.
I bet you're excited.
Maybe because my manga shelf that I had my manga on, it's starting to lean to the side, and I don't have the money to get another shelf. I could get a better shelf right now, so that's why I took all my DVDs and put them on that shelf because they're lighter than the manga. And what else is new with me? Oh, I started reviewing porn on my channel.
Say
Were
what?
you kind of always doing that, though?
What?
Weren't you always kind of doing that?
No, I was not. Don't stereotype me, bizarre individual.
Were you?
That's what my wife said.
Were you?
And then we started the Monster Girls Survivor's Guide a couple weeks ago, which is slowly going on. And then we started the Monster Cast, where we are going to try to cover every Monster Girl manga known to man that we can get our hands on. And then we also started the Completely Necessary podcast, and we did a Gundam build recently. I broke my Gundam mid-build. I was super sad.
I'm still waiting for this episode where you light it up.
Oh yeah, I tried to burn it, but it would not set on fire. It would not set on fire.
That's why you need like some WD-40 or whatever, you know.
I have no fucking WD-40.
Whatever it is that you spray on top of it, lighter fluid. That's what it is.
Now it's in the trash can, and the trash went out a couple days ago. If I break another one, I will set it on fire. Okay, how's that sound?
At this rate, Flip's going to be the first one to set one on fire.
And
I'm so upset.
We did our first episode, sadly, for the Otaku Dadcast without Flip Otaku, but he will be back Monday.
Will he?
Is he in Florida?
Will he?
Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back Monday.
Maybe we're gonna have to get Bizarre as the stand-in dad next time.
We created a new channel for the Otaku Dadcast. It's a little weird not being on Flip Otaku's channel, but we're making it work.
Right. Hey, you guys know what happens in 2 days?
What?
Any guesses?
I don't know.
You moved?
No. That's kind of a...
Jen Graves gets a job.
Yes. Jen Graves actually starts his job.
So you can afford even more manga.
Yeah! Woo! I got a lot to catch up on, boys. A lot.
And yeah, things have been going okay for the most part. I guess. I don't know. That's all I got.
So, being your therapist, let's go back to the part where you said you'll be reviewing porn on your channel. I am very confused about this.
I can't review hentai on my channel.
You didn't say hentai. You said porn.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm reviewing hentai on my channel.
How often do you watch hentai?
I never watch really hentai.
Wait. Side question. How often do you watch porn?
Well, seeing as I'm an addict, I used to watch porn all the time.
No, I didn't say used to. I meant now.
Oh, now no.
Gosh, every time I get a bathroom break.
It's actually every time I talk to Jen Graves. I'm doing it right now.
I'm really glad only one person's watching right now.
That's okay. I feel
Wait,
like
somebody's watching?
Only one.
I feel like y'all both have pictures
Bye,
of me.
Tom.
That.
She is watching.
Comment down below. Who's watching?
Comment in the comment section. Who's clicking those?
Phantom
I tweeted it out.
Phantom Banshee.
You should tweet out on your on your Twitter channel, Bizarre Individual.
So, besides that, I also revealed that my super secret identity.
Oh yes,
Mike loved.
Yes.
I'm still confused what that's all about. When you explained it to me, I didn't know what was going on.
I'll let Mike explain it to you.
So, Mr. Globally and Mr. Alonzi, hopefully they're watching our podcast. Eventually they'll watch it. You never know. I'll tweet it. I'll tweet it to them.
At least not right now, anyway.
I'll tweet it. I'll twat it. Whatever you want to call it.
Tweedle twaddle.
So, they had their little super secret thingy going on, sending out their cryptic messages on this cryptic channel, and Mr. Jen Graves, or should I say, Scarlet Cover, decided to make a fake account, make cryptic videos, and retweet or repost their stuff on Twitter. And he got a cease and desist letter on the Twitters. And Jen Graves, I think after that he did that, he told me, because we were playing a game one day, he was like, "Hey, I gotta tell you a secret." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like,
I texted it to you.
Did you? Did you text it to me?
Yeah, it's like, hey, I gotta tell you a secret later after you get off work and we're playing the video game.
And
I can tell you. And he goes, "What's it pertain to?" I was like, "I know the identity of Scarlet." And he started going a list of people, and he finally goes, "Wait, is it you?"
So why did you do it?
Funny?
Yes, Scarlet. If that's your real name.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like, you know how many people, like, the only thing I felt bad about was people like Mike and Phantom Banshee and some other people in some of the chats, like, lying to you guys is probably the hardest, or like pushing it and not being able to be like, when you guys are like, I wonder who it is. I'm like,
Did you do this on Twitter? Because I never saw anything at all.
Yeah, he did it on Twitter. It would pop up on Twitter occasionally.
I did it
So
on
you did it as
Twitter.
a joke, and then they just didn't take it as a joke, and then
I
you
did it
got
on Twitter and YouTube. They didn't know who it was.
They didn't know who it was. And then on Lohali's live stream, his stream where he promoted his new podcast, Jen Graves was like, "Hey guys, do you like the help that you got?" And Alonzi was like, "Was that you?" And Jen Graves was like, "Yeah, it was me." He was like, "Really?" And I was like, "That was so fucking anticlimactic. Like, really?"
Hey man, I had a video all set up for it, and I was like,
And I was like, I was like, Jen Graves, you should reveal yourself on.
I feel like I should still make the video and do it.
Oh, you should still make the video. I was like, Jen Graves, if Alonzi is the host, the guest on the podcast, like, go ahead and like reveal it there. And he was like, okay, I will. And no reaction, like whatsoever, from like the two of them.
I feel like there was a reaction because they totally were like, "What?" Kind of like, "Why didn't I see this coming?"
Because they
Like,
all thought it was me.
very true.
They
Which is the
thought it was
funny part.
me.
That was the funny part. They're like, "I thought it was Mike."
I was like, I don't know why they would think it was me.
Because you're a shit kicker.
I'm not a shit kicker.
You're totally a shit kicker.
I'm not. Don't call me a shit kicker.
You're like, you look down, you're like, that piece of shit right there, kick.
Anyways,
Hey, do you guys want to talk about what happened on Twitter?
are you mad at me? You got to clean the kitchen.
I am mad at you. Clean the kitchen.
You. Well, I didn't have time. We started this.
You
Anyways,
better clean the kitchen after this then.
you already did it.
What do you guys think
I
about?
need hands and knees toothbrush.
What do you guys think about what happened on Twitter the other day?
What happened on Twitter the other day?
Do tell.
The shitstorm that popped up
What shitstorm?
about manga.
The shit kicker would know about the shit storm.
The sexist manga stuff. I don't even know how it fucking started. I got into the YouTube chat and Mesquio J was saying that Simply G was on like a killing spree or like a warpath or something. I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, like my response back to him was, shit, I just found the thread. And it was like 30 something threads of like just her venting. And I was like, she has the right to vent. I mean, that's fine. But all the shit that got stirred up within our little echo chamber that we call MangaTube, that was fucking ridiculous.
Wait, I didn't even get through most of it. Did you read all of my thread?
You did? Oh, yeah, I read your thread, yeah.
I was like, I can't even enjoy reading this drama or whatever. It was kind of like watching Glee. And then characters, like watching Glee right in the middle of it on the CW or whatever, and then them telling me like, oh, Vampire Blood or whatever's coming on, and I'm like, you canceled my show for this? That's kind of how I felt, just because like I enjoyed the main thread. I enjoy reading part of what Simply Gee says because there usually is a lot of stuff that she studied behind it before.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it wasn't.
But when it comes down to it, and everybody else wants to throw an opinion in instead of saying it like in a different conversation or whatever, it muddies it so much. And I'm like, I've already read this. It frustrates me, and I'm like, I mean, honestly, I was laying in bed reading most of it, and I turned my phone off and laid it on the pillow beside me. It's like, it's too early. I'll handle this in another 2 hours when I wake up from a nap.
There were so many fucking like threads, different posts going on. Like my phone would not stop going off. Like it was ridiculous. Like I turned off my data just to not
Did you drop your phone ever?
No, it's not dropping my phone. Like I turned off like the internet on it, so I didn't have to hear it go.
Because some people tell you to call them repeatedly for that.
Whatever.
I should have charged you for that service, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's like I woke up and I saw this. And I was like, Jim Graves, have you seen this? And like he was like, he didn't respond to me like for a couple hours, and he was like, I see everything. And I was like,
Yes.
I don't know, like I still don't know how this started. Like,
I just want you guys to know you probably almost had Bizarre pissed at me at one point or another, because I'm like sitting there reading through all this, and then I realize like I feel like I've only been reading it and everything for 15 minutes, and then I look at the timer or whatever on my phone, and I realize I've been reading shit for 2 hours, and I was like, dude, I'm done. I can't handle this stuff. If I've been reading it for 2 hours and haven't realized that it was only 15 minutes before I get to message one of my best friends back about whatever they wanted to talk to me about, I'm like, dude, this is way too much.
I feel like it got so blown out of proportion.
Although I do think it was really funny that I was getting name dropped a lot.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, you were.
If only I got a sub for all that, man. Damn it.
You love the attention, don't lie.
If I would have got a sub for it, yeah.
If you would have got a new viewer, yeah, totally.
Hell yeah, a couple of them.
But man, it was so crazy, and it's kind of still going on.
It is still going on,
and it's.
And then you got people that are like, Twitter's not my main website. I'm gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna go on Instagram. I'm gonna go on Facebook and all these other places and talk about it too. And I'm like, why can't we just keep the drama to one website, one social media site? Why? Or put it on Snapchat where I don't look at it, please.
Yeah, I don't have a Snapchat. Yeah.
Or Facebook. I hardly ever get on there.
It was just, it was just so crazy. Everybody kind of swarmed over this.
Oh man, it was like Piranha's 3D, where the kid's in the water and they all come after him. That's what it was.
I feel like it kind of made it worse when she was like, I'm going to be public enemy number 1 tomorrow when everybody wakes up. And I was like, did you say something that bad? Because that was the first thing I saw was that.
I just thought it was very funny when I got Mike and Bizarre, and then I got like 12 other people that messaged me and didn't understand the context of any of it.
I didn't understand the context of it.
And I was like,
does that make me not smart? Like not smart
manga fan? No. The problem I had with it at that point wasn't that, it was that if you're going to say anything about it, you need to have it where your audience understands it more. And I understand certain things on that, but like I said, I felt like Simply D's was kind of perfect how she said all of it by itself. And then there was so much other stuff said that it muddied the waters for it so much that it wasn't clear understanding or anything for what was going on.
It wasn't. It was not clear whatsoever to me. I was like, I don't even know why people are arguing.
Yes.
Like, we're arguing over fucking Twitter. What's next? We're gonna make videos on this?
Yes.
We're gonna have a video war to see who makes the best.
Mine's uploading right now.
The best discussion of this stupid Twitter debate. I'm not saying her debate was stupid. I'm saying the whole thing is stupid. I mean, G's very smart. Yeah. It got ridiculous.
It did. Yeah, but I mean that's the only thing. I feel like if you're going to comment on somebody's stuff, if anybody else is, if you're going to write anything long, you need to make it where your audience understands what it is. Because when you don't, then you get that, which I hate explaining things multiple times. That's why it's good to make one video. But whenever there's 12 people in the community that don't know what anyone is saying, and they go, "Jim Graves, right? Let me hear it." I'm like,
Jim Graves has to know. He's ingrained in the community.
I know. Everybody tells me I'm king. I'm the internet itself. Welcome to the Matrix.
Exactly.
I'm going to have to join Religion Bizarre Individual that doesn't believe that Jim Graves is king, because there's so many people that do.
Really?
Jim Graves
yes,
is
sir, Bob.
Jim Graves. Okay, Bizarre. Let me just get it out there for you. Jim Graves is all the way up here on the manga pedestal to the community. He's up here. All the way up here. Bizarre Individual and Otaku Mike are all the way down here.
But you have more subs than him.
It's fucked up.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
So what you're trying to say is Jim Graves is like 2,000 subs by himself.
Yes.
That makes me sound like a dick.
Look. All I'm saying is nobody's gonna be like. Nobody's gonna be like, oh. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, Otaku Mike, that video you made, it blew my mind.
Am I at least a nice person?
You know so much about manga and just how to talk to people and just get down to their level. Like Jim Graves. Nobody has ever fucking said that.
Hey. There are a lot of places where I'm lacking, though. I don't know how to start beef.
Look, I'm just fucking saying. Okay? Look, I don't know how many fucking times I have to hear Jim Graves is a staple or a pinnacle in this manga community. And that's why I say, the manga community puts Jim Graves on a fucking pedestal and jerks him off constantly.
That's why I have a harem. Hell yeah.
It's constantly Jim Graves. Jim Graves is the best. Every video, whenever there's a fucking shout out, it's like Jim Graves is the best. Oh, there was a Low Huli one right there. Low Huli is the best. Jim Graves, you nailed it. You said it perfectly. Except on your MangaTuber video, nobody shouted you out on that. Just saying.
What MangaTuber video?
The MangaTuber video that you made, the one about the burnouts.
I got shouted out on that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, nobody shouted me out then.
I got shouted out every time we talked about it on a live stream.
No, nobody shouted me out on it. Just saying. In my video fucking came first.
It was the live stream. I shouted you out on mine, asshole.
Just fucking saying. Jim Graves, so, we're gonna take your legs out and you're gonna fall off the pedestal.
Hey, who made your own personal roast just because you were having a bad day?
You know what? Want you to make. When are you gonna make that live?
What?
The roast.
Your roast?
Yes.
You just gotta trade the link around. It's
no. I want you to leave it live.
I don't want to do that.
I want you to leave it live on your channel.
No, that makes me feel dirty.
Flip Otakus is live on my channel.
So?
Just saying.
So I have little kids that watch my stuff. I can't leave that stuff live.
Oh yeah, so do I. Mine's in India.
That's okay. He's like 31 in Indian age.
13. He's 13.
But in India age, he's older.
I don't think there's anything called Indian age.
Yeah, he can already drink.
Oh, really? That's
Probably.
I don't even know what his name is. He stalks me on social media.
Is it? I can't say it. Is it CU?
No,
It's not CU.
no,
Oh, so
it's not.
is it the other guy?
No,
I'm so upset.
I don't remember what his fucking name is.
You couldn't have just made one up.
I don't remember what his name is. He like pops in and out like
Hey, I
random
do have
times.
to ask you because I know Bizarre Individual hasn't done it yet. Did you watch all my Q&A yet?
It's fucking long now.
I didn't even know you made it here.
I do like chunks of it. I do like chunks of it, like 10 to 15 minutes. I'll watch it. I'll put it on when I'm like, washing dishes or like cooking or something. And then my wife is like, "Are you watching your boyfriend again, Jen Graves? You
Right.
want? Don't you get enough of Jen
Hey,
Graves?"
and anybody watching this right now, you should know that both these guys are probably some of the best boyfriends to have. They always keep me on my toes. Wink.
You know.
Phantom Banshee watched your Q&A, all of it.
Oh, I know Phantom Banshee watched my Q&A.
Phantom Banshee watches everything. Just saying, he's like a super ghost.
Phantom Banshee waited to know all the horrors that Jen Graves included in his.
Who won your Q&A?
Cole Tharrington.
Oh, okay, thought so.
Why'd you think so? It was random.
Because he had a lot of questions, didn't he?
No, he only had like one or two.
Uh,
No, how I did it was I had a dice roller over on the side because I knew I had approximately X number of people, and so I used kind of like a dice roller number generator thingy, and it popped up a number, and I didn't count them as I was going through them, but after that I went back and I counted down to what number it had popped up, which it popped up in, and I counted down to it, and Cole was number 10.
Oh yeah.
So
What number was that?
number 1.
Yeah, that's right. I am fucking number 1, aren't
Maybe number 2 in my heart, but number 1 in the bedroom.
I? Thank you.
What a pervert!
At least somebody
I
recognizes
agree
that.
with that.
At least somebody recognizes me like that. Just saying. So, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Exactly. Get on the ball, Otaku Mike. What were you gonna say?
I can't remember. My mind just went blank.
Why did it go blank? Fix it.
Because it just did. Do you want to get into our topic of tonight?
Sure, since we've bullshitted the first half. It's the
I can still. Wait, no. The
podcast.
Bizarre's back. Bizarre, what did you think of the whole thing that went down on Twitter?
What do you think of what? I'm sorry.
The whole thing that went down on Twitter. What were your thoughts on that?
I avoided it.
You
Posted
avoided it,
pictures of my dogs.
oops, as usual. What do you think about Jen Graves and his fucking status in the manga community?
He's awesome.
No, Bizarre, do not walk away from me.
I have another fan.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of awesome people, so I don't know why he would be better than the other awesome people.
Yeah, I don't know why he's better than awesome.
I'm telling
other
you,
awesome people too.
this confuses me too.
If I had $1, every time I heard the word Jen Graves is the pinnacle of the manga community, I would be fucking rich.
I would hope you'd split it with me at least. Like a finder's
I'll give you
fee.
like a quarter. I'll give you a quarter.
No, I need like half.
I'll give you a quarter out of every dollar.
A quarter out of every. That's a fourth. I want a third.
Fine.
Okay, let's shake on it. Hup. You didn't spit on it. That was a slap in the face, sir.
So yeah, what do you guys think about digital versus physical regarding either manga or anime? Since that is our topic of tonight, other than bullshitting for 35 minutes.
I thought it was longer.
We did so good.
We did. We're the
I'm
best.
I'm glad we wrote all this into our script that we were supposed to bullshit for 35 minutes.
We are the best at bullshitting. Just saying.
Okay. So, wait, what was the one that you wanted to talk about, Jen, that you added? About if you should put a hold on pops?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
So the other day, Otaku Mike told me, he goes, I told him there were some pops that I needed to get. And he goes, why do you need to collect pops anymore? You should just sell what you got and everything else and just start collecting models. I was like, I can't do that. He's like, why? I go, then I'd be turning my back on Bazaar. Then why would I, if I did that, why would I build models then? I'd have to turn my back on everybody that got me into something.
My feelings aren't going to hurt because I absolutely hate pops. I hate them.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, so
Whoa. Bazaar's hate is the true love of pops. He hates that they come out all the fucking time.
So
I can't keep up.
My feeling on the whole pop thing is, I used to collect them pretty heavily. I would just get the ones that I liked or whatever, or if I found like a special one, I would try and get it and whatnot. I hate the ones that just look like people. I think those are fucking useless.
The ones that are like plain?
Yeah.
That are like, oh, here's Attack on Titan Aaron jumping up in a like a pose, or like here is Marvel movie Thor. The ones that are just like people and they look like pops. I feel like where they really hit their stride is when they do the cartoon characters, like the especially the Disney ones. Like the Disney ones, the Nickelodeon ones, the Cartoon Network ones. Do they have Cartoon Network ones?
Not yet. They're talking about coming out with Dexter and Johnny Bravo, and I'm excited. Well, they have the Powerpuff Girls out.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, when they do the cartoon ones, I feel like they capture those characters so well. In my opinion,
they capture their essence.
They capture their essence, and I only have 4 pops. I got as of right now, I have my Godzilla one, I have my Wolverine on his motorcycle, and I have my Kitty Pryde with Lockheed, because those ones I got from my wife, and then I have All Might. Other than that, I don't have any more pops.
I think you should sell All Might off.
He doesn't have a box.
You're gonna sell yours off?
Yeah, just sell it to Bazaar.
Oh.
No.
Although me and Bazaar have a very funny joke about this, right?
What?
So is the Cowboy Bebop? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the other one. The one that we talked about the other day. The Jeepers Creepers pop is coming out. The one for the actual like creature thing itself. So Bazaar's thing with pops is if they're in their box, they're in where they can breathe. There was prepackaged oxygen in their box. And so my joke to him was, I said, you should get the Jeepers Creeper. He goes, no. And out of nowhere, I just start cracking up. And he goes, what's so funny? I go, because if he gets out of the box, he's going to suffocate. And all you can do is throw him back in the box. So the only thing you can't do is go to like San Diego Comic-Con or anything and get in your own pop box, because then he can get you.
But
It's
yeah,
always like, good point.
I
And then it's like, that's dumb.
I still don't want it.
I feel like Pops have become the new Beanie Baby.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pop
Collecting.
has become the new pop culture.
It has become the new comic book of the 90s with all the quote variants.
Well,
And
in a way, I feel like it's from the Beanie Babies, but then at the same time, like when you collect Beanie Babies after the Beanie Baby phase was over, they're just stuffed animals. But then Pops, after the Pop phase is over, if it ever gets over, then you still like that character. So I feel like they're better in a way.
But you think about it. Like I was just using Beanie Babies as an example.
Because
Yeah.
they're specific.
Yeah, it's not specific, but I guess you could say like with the comic books back in the '90s when we had the comic boom, you were getting like foil covers, variant like special variant limited editions, and people thought that they were going to put their kids through college, and had save up and sell these comics and they'd be worth tons of money. You buy the Death of Superman, which is one of the most sold comics known to man. It's worth less than its cover price, and its cover price is 75 cents. So I look at it, how the people buy all of the pops, and people are sinking money into these like hardcore, like people are thousands of dollars for just one pop.
Yeah.
Those may or may not hold their value when the pop bubble bursts. But sometimes I feel like Funko is doing too much too fast sometimes. There's so many pops releasing each week, so many different variants, and people are going crazy for these things in
Have you
cardboard
seen the movie,
boxes. What?
The Birth of Funko or whatever?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, is it? I want to watch it.
Yeah, there's like, they have kind of like an algorithm for pushing forward where supposedly people don't want to stop. You know.
Yeah.
And like when Pops first came out, they were a failure. Like the Funko fans didn't want them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wanted the bubble, were they bubble bobble, bubble buddy pop, they were like bobbleheads.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they called them. They called them something. I don't remember what they called them.
Yeah, but that's what they started out with. You know, so everybody thought that's what the company was. And then Pops just kind of kept moving forward until, a lot of people started getting into them, and it just kind of went from there.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people get into them now because they think they're going to get rich off of them. Honestly,
I don't know.
Well, I remember back with Beanie Babies, this guy that I knew sold off like all of his game systems to get Beanie Babies because he thought that he could sell them eventually and get more money. So he sold like every single one of his game consoles, all of his electronics, everything for Beanie Babies. And then I bet he's really regretting that now. But
Which, I mean, same thing. Like, do you ever think that would happen with manga?
well, I like manga.
Does manga have its own bubble that's probably just
Yes.
bigger than a lot of other ones?
Yes, I believe it does because manga actually follows the anime industry when it comes to trends. The anime bubble burst back in the 2007, 2008, and slowly, I feel like yes, the manga bubble will actually burst because we did lose like Tokyo Pop and what were the other ones? Was it Del Rey?
Yeah.
Del Rey got absorbed into Kodansha.
Yeah, Del Rey got absorbed into Kodansha. What was it? Is it DMP?
DMP.
We lost ADV. ADV was putting out manga at one point. Media Blasters was putting out manga at one point, or Anime Works, if you want to call them. Um, I honestly feel that eventually the manga bubble might burst. Because I feel like honestly, I mean, this can lead to our discussion for digital versus physical, but I feel like the manga publishers took so long to get into the digital space, even with the comic book companies as well. They took so long, and I feel like they took a long time to honestly fight piracy. Like, because scans are so integrated within the manga community.
Jen, what are you doing?
He's
Listening.
listening. You know, uh, the scans are so integrated, and people honestly go to the scans and go to the digital stuff before they go to the physical stuff. And I feel like that honestly does hurt the manga industry as a whole.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like the Shonen Jump app, it's decent. It doesn't cost that much. Um, it does not work on a phone. Like, I do not read it on my phone because it's so small. You know, I feel like it's made better for like a tablet. Um, you get manga fast, and it's only like $2.99 a month or whatever it is. There's also Bookwalker. There is Comics Comixology Unlimited, Comixology, whatever you want to call it. You know, but people just want their stuff right then and right there. But when we think about it as well, with the digital versus physical, we can't keep any of that. Really, we can't really keep any of that digital stuff. We're basically just renting it.
Right.
Yeah. That's what. Did you watch Manga Artist video on it?
Which one? Was
The one with digital versus physical.
No, I think I had a chance to watch it.
It was really good. It was definitely. She gave a lot of different points that
Is
I
it an
didn't.
old one or a new one?
It's not an old one, but it's not the new one. It was about a month ago, 2 months ago, maybe.
Okay. Because she had
But
another one she put out at the end of last year that I watched that was really good.
yeah, it's kind of going on what you said, Mike. I think of it kind of as like Hulu, like
Yeah,
you're renting Hulu.
yeah, basically, yeah. Um, it is Hulu. The licensors aren't our licenses aren't gonna be around forever, unless they keep constantly relicensing those particular things. Funimation, each time that license for Dragon Ball has to come up, they have to license it again, or they lose it.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Yu Yu Hakusho. Those
Which,
are,
like, here's one thing that I really think too on that whole subject, and I know a lot of people probably haven't ever thought about this, but people that collected Shonen Jump and whatnot, like, slowly it became, you know, where it didn't exist anymore. They have it digitally, but then I think slowly that faded. And honestly, I feel like that's probably what it is, where if numbers go down and people don't do any of that stuff, sure, we'll get it digitally and whatnot, but eventually that's probably going to sink and go under, because what about all the people that want a physical copy, which I've talked about it before, like reading stuff on the computer too much like dries my eyes out. It gives me headaches, all this other stuff. Like, if somebody took my entire, like, I don't know, One Piece collection that I have and said you can only read it online, I would probably stop reading One Piece. If there was not a paperback form, I mean, and you're talking about somebody that buys manga, a lot of it on a regular basis, like, what if everybody that bought paperback stopped doing that
yeah,
because it all started
uh,
going digital?
yeah. I mean, if you could physically, like, if you could own it digitally and pay for it, that would be nice. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. You know, But one thing I have to say though, with digital, is it's a plus. You can take it wherever you want to, and I don't have to drag 10 to 20 volumes around with me. You know, wherever I go or whatever.
Oh, I love that.
Like Jane Graves. You know, like
Oh, you should
I'll put a couple of manga.
you should
I'll put a
you
couple
should
manga
ask
in my
my
backpack.
you should ask my brother and sister where around where Bazaar lives. They're
Uh-huh.
like, "Why? What's in this bag?" And they'll guess which one of my bags, usually that I carried manga in, and they're like, "Why did you bring 30 plus volumes?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
"I
not.
was gonna read."
If I go on vacation, I'm not going to want to bring manga with me or whatever, or like say anime to watch. I'm not going to bring the anime DVDs that I have. I'm going to use the Funimation app and watch the anime that I want to watch or whatever. Or like Netflix or Hulu. That is one plus to digital is taking it on the go with you. I would say
Yeah,
honestly.
I actually made it. I don't think it was a whole video. It was a question. I think it was like a tag someone did, and one of the questions was, "Do you have a problem with digital?" And I didn't even think of the whole entire thinking of like renting it like you know Hulu or whatever.
Yeah.
But I said that it would be really neat to that I would actually turn my collection if I could keep it all into digital because the fact that I do kind of feel trapped
Mm-hmm.
with it because I have 3,000 plus volumes that I can't really take it with me. So like my friends had moved with me to Florida and I was actually tempted to, and then I was like, I'm kind of trapped. I'd have to move all this stuff with me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
Oh, but
I feel like
I mean that gets me like I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter post, but that gets me like
you,
so
you mean
giddy.
the manga workout?
No, that was something different. No, but getting that stuff, like opening the boxes to like see them again and everything, like that makes me giddy. Like I'm like, almost like whenever I get stuff for a haul or whatever, like it gives me the same feeling because it's stuff that I'm kind of like, almost like if you saw something from your childhood, or I could have read it like a month ago, and if it's in
Yeah.
the box and I open it up, then I'm like, I get that whole new like fresh feel for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally understand you on that point. Whenever when I get a box of manga or buy some new anime or whatever, I get really excited. And I'm like, where am I gonna put this on my shelf? Like it's like a notch in my bedpost. Uh, I got it.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I have the
Type
same
of thing.
feeling like whenever I rearrange my collection, when I start putting things in different places, I get that kind
Uh-huh.
of like new feeling.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
but I
there
don't.
are positives. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, there are positives and negatives to the whole digital versus physical thing. Physical, you have it, you own it. The only thing that will uh, take that away is if it gets damaged or whatever.
Makes me
Somebody
depressed
steals
not
it.
talking about that.
Right. That's why you get insurance on
Okay.
it.
But with digital, it could go at any time. They can do the whole Netflix
Yeah,
thing and just like
I mean,
click on.
honestly, like, I mean, I love like rearranging my, collection, but like, it's just such a pain to move. And I remember in one year I moved 3 different times, and
Yeah.
it was like I literally unpacked everything, and then I found out to move again 3 different times. And it was just freaking nightmare. And
Yeah. But I
I
mean,
but
like, yeah.
I thought it would be cool to have kind of a storage room system where it was people's collections. So whenever they came, they could have whatever they wanted at home and then come in and have like a such and such room that you paid for, almost like a storage room, but with lights and everything. So it's still comfortable, it's enjoyable to be there and have your collection there, basically. as a, you know, and it still be displayed, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you could actually technically kind of do that, but it would cost more money. But
Yeah. But I mean, you know, then it would be like, well, it would probably only be in one location for a while. You know, it's not going to open up and be everywhere. Then you have people that probably would like, oh, can I rent this as an actual like apartment room or something like that? You know.
Yeah. You know, one thing I have to say that I have like with digital, especially with like, I mean, kind of with Kodansha, but they're bringing back older titles that were previously published or licensed over here. You know, like they licensed like Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad, and whatnot. But I want that I want that physically over being digitally. But I can still technically, read it legally if I wanted to.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
that's
they brought it
definitely
over here.
a topic that I wanted to talk about is not only like the whole entire whether you have it physically versus digitally, the whole entire thing that they put so much out that you can only get digital.
Yeah.
So, like
I mean,
older titles.
yeah, I've never um, bought anything digitally,
Yeah,
so I can't really say for that.
yeah. I mean, I don't ever buy anything digitally either, but I'm tempted to like in series that went out of print and they only make it digitally, and I want to finish the story. Stuff like that, like with Beck. Um, and then also a lot of times, like an older series, it will complete, and then over there they'll make like they'll continue it like a spin-off or something, but then we'll never get the spin-off, and the only way to get the spin-off is like through digital and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So I'm actually tempted to get something digital, but just never have.
yeah. I mean, I honestly feel like I hate to say it, but I feel like the whole digital manga thing has kind of passed me by. I feel like one of those old guys being like, "Oh, back in my day, we read physical books," type of thing. 'Cause I feel like a lot of younger people are going towards the digital instead of the physical.
Definitely, but like, um, yeah, and they're just bringing over new titles now too that are just digital because they're trying to like try them out and stuff,
Yeah,
see how well they do. So
I think that's pretty cool. Seeing um, it really depends on like what you want. Like, do you want to have it
Yeah.
digitally or want it physically? Basically.
Which I also feel like too, there's a problem with part of that as well
Yeah,
too. Um, you know, like you mentioned the Shonen Jump app and
hmm
whatnot. Um, you know, honestly, I feel like the reason why they're able to basically say you're only paying $2-3 a month is
uh-huh.
basically because of everything that's already been sold before.
Yeah,
You know, what if all that stuff stopped and we didn't have paperback and it just went to digital? That app is no longer going to be $2, or how are they supposed to make money?
yeah. That'll probably go up to maybe like $6, $7, maybe 10.
yeah,
I mean, because that's kind of the big thing right now, you know, almost like Netflix or Hulu or Amazon
Netflix,
Prime or anything
Netflix is
else.
almost like $20 now.
Yeah, any of that stuff, basically, whenever you get it, watch it, whatever, they are kind of almost using the bootleg system by, hey, I've recorded this for you. I am paying such and such. But the reason why it's so cheap for you is because there's a lot of people that are watching it at the same time.
Yeah,
It's not because, oh, you're that one miracle person that, hey, we're going to give a discount to. It's
yeah,
no, everybody's watching this.
yeah. I also feel like they made it so cheap because they wanted people to latch onto it.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? Maybe they'll raise the price up later on.
Which, I mean, even physical with the Shonen Jump books, it slowly went up a little bit too. It went from, I think, being $12 every year to being like $25 every year.
Yeah. And slowly, like the individual volumes went up as well.
Yeah.
They were like $6 or something like that.
Yeah, like 7 something.
6, 7, and they jump up like 10.
Yeah.
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 So, especially with that, then it does roll out a lot of that stuff as well, because then people won't be able to afford it digitally at that point. They won't be able to buy it.
Yeah. Whenever I pick up a Yin Press book, I'm like, do I want to spend $14.99 on this?
I'll go to Right Stuff.
I'll go to Right Stuff.
Yeah, Right Stuff is so cheap.
But I mean, like on the flip side,
Yeah, they are.
But on the flip side, I'm usually like, oh, do I want to spend $12 on this 7 Seas book? Okay, I'll do it.
The closer you get me to 15, it's a no-go.
It is.
10, it works.
It is because Yin Press, their books are usually like thinner a lot of times, and I'm like, you get up there to graphic novel prices, buddy.
Oh yeah. I just started getting some like graphic novels, and they're $20 for one, but they're all in full color. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so about the digital thing, like it actually happened on Twitter. It was not a long time ago, but it was a while ago, where people were going off on the publisher for not putting stuff in print. Did you see all that?
No. What happened?
Yeah.
They were literally saying like, don't. This publisher sucks because they only put out digital when they know that people.
Mike knows about it because he did the video after mine on it.
Who did?
Mike did.
Yeah.
I just don't know if you know what we're talking about.
Wait, what video did I put out?
The one about digital and stuff that I made first, and then you made one after me.
Yeah.
About the same subject.
People being so mean to like.
Wait, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, people being so mean to the publisher and all this stuff.
Am I a bad YouTuber? Because I don't remember doing that.
Yes. Horrible.
I remember the demographics one.
It was kind of rolled into some of that. I think it was before that though.
Oh.
But I mean, it was just crazy. Like, that they were just going off on the publisher, saying how awful the publisher was, that they wouldn't print it, and that they would only do digital. And
who was the publisher?
I think it was Viz. I don't know, but
the one that was brought up was Kodansha. And then from that,
I think it was also Viz too, because I remember that they mentioned Red River. And Red River.
Kodansha was the main one because of the shoujo demographics thing, and then all the other ones fell in line. It was just Kodansha took the brunt of the fall. Yeah.
I mean, but you also have to think about it. Like, there's only so much shelf space in the retail and whatnot. There's only so many books that a company can print or afford to print.
Yeah.
And so I mean, fucking manga fans are weird. Like,
are you trying to tell me I'm weird?
Yes, I'm trying to tell you you're weird. Like,
why am I weird?
I mean, people getting upset that like their series isn't being printed. I totally get it, but at least you're still getting it legally.
Yeah.
Jen Graves doesn't get upset; he gets even.
You're still getting it legally, and I don't. Yes, you could own it, but the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. Maybe if you supported it digitally, it would come out physically. Yeah, because they technically are taking a gamble when they release manga.
Yeah,
They don't
but
think it's going to
I
be
mean,
good.
it's just such a strong statement to say this company's awful because they won't publish something. Like that's just
So I mean, should I say like, oh, like Viz is awful because I can't get a re-release of Ultimate Muscle? You know, like
yeah,
Right. And
what
I
would you
mean,
fucking do?
I think it goes with that whole argument too that if you say, "Oh, well, I only want this and this alone," like you're going to have to change your sights for a little bit. There's got to be something out there though that you enjoy, that you helping the publisher by buying their product and giving them money and whatnot funds it where another series can come in
That's true.
eventually.
Yeah,
And it may not be yours, it may be yours, it may not. But not everybody has the first stringers of manga stuff, you know.
I'm still
yeah.
waiting for Zoids, even though that's anime, but still.
I feel like Zoids is eventually going to come out.
Well, I mean, Zords did already come out once, but it's very small publishing and it was by
Oh, it
Tokyo Pop
is.
before they
It
went under.
is so hard to find a Zoids DVD, and
Yeah,
and
they're going
you
for like $200 now, and I had them all, and they got stolen.
And
and
Metabots.
but
Metabots was a manga at one
Metabots
point.
is coming out.
Yeah,
It was a
what?
manga though.
Yeah, but it's
It
also an
wasn't one?
anime.
Yeah, it came out and it probably had like 3 copies or 3 issues, and then it got halted too.
I love some Megabots.
I mean,
But
we're
all that
getting.
stuff is super expensive now.
Yeah, I mean, we could also talk about like later, but I'm probably in a different one, like the whole out of print manga thing, and maybe on another podcast.
Yeah.
That does go into that. But like, yeah, I wish titles would be published and whatnot. But we honestly we have as fans we have to be realistic. You know, not everything's going to be published over here.
Mhm.
Right.
Lohali wishing that Hajime no Ippo would get published. It's probably not going to get published because the anime came over here and it was a fart in the wind, basically. It
Yeah,
didn't.
but
It didn't. It
I
didn't
still
then,
have
sell.
faith it'll come out over here.
It didn't sell.
but then again, once it does come out, he has to wait for it to stop being sold used so he can get it out in the wild.
That's true. That's true. But it also like a lot of people, a lot of them will go off of the popularity of an anime and that usually will lead into potential releasing of the manga because the anime becomes
Oh yeah,
popular.
exactly like what happened with Banana Fish. Like Banana Fish went out of print for years,
Yeah,
and then once the anime came about, then they reprinted the manga.
yeah.
So, and then
Which
they
is
also started making a whole bunch of figures, and so that blew up.
because when we get down to it, the anime is usually always going to be an advertisement for the manga,
Yeah.
especially when you have those like 12 to 13 episode series and they're like, hey, go read the manga now because we're not going to tell you the rest of it because it's just an advertisement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I feel like anime is more bigger than manga, but at the same time, like if anyone makes like an anime video, it won't do as well as a manga video. It's kind of weird.
It depends. It depends on how your channel is.
No, really.
Yeah, because
I don't.
there are a lot of big anime YouTubers out there.
All there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't find them because I haven't looked. So
Yeah, it all depends on how you do it, and you have to be like super fast on it. It has to be on something that's like popular usually. But a lot of the animes that when they get made, it's because usually the manga isn't doing that well, and they want to boost sales for the manga.
really, they're making like Vinland Saga anime. They made Golden Kamuy anime, whatever you said.
Yeah.
Then they made like did they make Trend Star? That's
Yeah.
after the manga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those mangas are doing pretty well, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly how Twin Star or Vinland Saga are doing.
And I mean, well, a lot of it too, which Mike doesn't know it because he hasn't finished Bakuman. But you know,
I have not finished Bakuman yet.
a lot of it from Japan is it only starts out as a manga. Over there, manga is the easier way to do it, and then it will get an anime. From the anime, usually is where it comes out over here as that advertisement phase, and then they will start throwing it out in manga format. That's why ours are so much more expensive than it is over in Japan.
Yeah. Because, well, I always forget, I know I shouldn't, but like I always forget that some things that are like hugely popular over there will never be popular over here, and then some things that are hugely popular over here are not popular over there.
Oh, most definitely.
Stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's just,
like the biggest example, honestly, Cowboy Bebop. You know, it was a phenomenon over here. You know, over there, people cared less about it. People didn't care about it.
yeah, I heard that the same thing with I didn't hear about Cowboy Bebop, but I heard the same thing with Trigun. So,
I believe it was around the same thing. I believe Trigun was a little bit better received over there, but it wasn't like woo, like let's have Trigun everything, you know.
Yeah, and then Soul Eater I heard was like popular over there, and it kind of died off, and it was like no one really talked about it, and then like years later it came over here, and it was like huge.
I feel like Soul Eater honestly died off over here too.
That did what over here?
I feel like Soul Eater kind of died off too.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, they still sell a Soul Eater shirt at Hot Topics. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, I remember Soul Eater when it came out over here and it being huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you know, that's the other thing you can look at. And another thing I don't think a lot of people look at is you can actually look at other product sales and see how well it does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, Mike, you're kind of out of this one. I mean, you know a little bit, but me and Bazaar still getting pops. Like, there is a Soul Pop and a Maca Pop.
Oh, yes, I had those.
Some of the two most expensive pops there are.
I had
Spike.
those. I had those at one point.
And then,
the Cowboy Bebop ones, I mean, you know, those were expensive too.
It's some Soul Eater. Oh, Death the Kid is super expensive too.
I had those and I sold them all.
You should have given them to Den Graves.
I sold them all for a pretty hefty price.
You monster.
Oh, so, I mean, this could definitely be another video that we should probably do, or another live stream, but Mr. Shushi22 said, Mushushi?
Mr. Sushi?
Yeah.
Mushishi?
Yeah.
Mr. Shishi?
But I mean, that one I kind of don't understand why they wouldn't reprint it, because that one would sell like hotcakes. Like, that one would.
I mean, honestly, like, who's to say they're not going to reprint the Cowboy Bebop pops? Honestly, because actually, this happened to me when I was selling my Hero pops off. I sold the Deku, the battle damage Deku, the one where he has like half the mask ripped off.
Yeah.
I sold it for $170.
Oh, wow.
To a pop collector in town. A week later, they announced that they re-released that pop. They're re-releasing that pop. And the price of that pop went down so fast.
That is awful. I feel so bad for him.
Hey.
I mean, sometimes you have to wait, and then other times you just gotta either fork over the money. So I guess you have to decide.
He was the one who came up with the price. He was like, I'll sell you for this much. And I was like, okay.
Man, I bet he was kicking himself after that.
I was like, okay.
But, I mean, I always wanted the Pikachu pop, and I'm so glad I waited. I got it for $30. And when
The little one?
What?
The little one or the big one?
The little one. So
Oh, yeah.
because I missed out on it because I wasn't really into Pops big then.
Wait, I told you that one was $30.
Yeah. Anyways.
I was like, wait, this sounds really familiar. That's right, because I was the one that told you.
And same with L from Death Note, the birthday cake one. I got that for $30, and that was going online for the cheapest $90. And I waited, and now I have it for $30.
I mean, if you wait and you peruse around, you can usually find good prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I do that when I go and buy, old out of print anime sets.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those old Geneon sets that have like the nice boxes and whatnot. You're not having to pay $100 or so more for them. Because they've all been re-released.
Right.
Then
you sell them back off.
No, actually, I keep her.
You sell them off for a pretty penny.
I mean, if Gungrave went for $200, it would be gone right now. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the box set for Gungrave, but I have just the single issues. And I got all that for $20.
That fucking box is nice. That fucking box.
Yeah, it was, but I got the full thing for $20.
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you guys, you're welcome.
For what?
Because you guys might not have thought about buying it without Jen Graves being in your life.
I actually bought it because I watched it in a cabin when I was little.
Somebody thinks a little too highly of themselves, Jen.
Whatever. Bullshit.
Well, Otaku Mike, this is why he's king. It's because he thinks too highly.
Yeah, he's fucking king. Put that hand down.
I have burgers.
This is why nobody likes you, Jay Graves.
Oh, believe me. This is why you two are some of my best friends.
So, speaking of Pops and completely changing the subject, I'm so tempted to stop getting the Game of Thrones, and that's like a dangerous hole.
The Pops?
Yes, it's such a dangerous hole.
Oh, I will tell you. So my wife.
I have to say you're late.
My wife.
You're very late.
She collected was the Harry Potter ones, and she'll try to go for all of them. And then she was like, "I think I'm gonna stop." And I was like, "Why?" Because she was like, "There's just too many of them."
Yeah.
And she's like, they just sit there, collecting dust, and
I should probably stop.
And I feel like Pops should be like, I have, this one's my favorite character. Let's put him on my desk at work, or like, just have a couple around. I don't feel like we should have walls of Pops, like some people do on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like the one. There's that one guy. There's that one guy who has like a wall, like just from like ceiling to floor of Pops, and that's his background.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like,
which one? There's like 12.
He's the one he's like glasses. He's like, I don't know what his name is.
Is it the really cheerful guy that's like super sarcastic?
Maybe, I don't know.
No
He gets really excited. He gets really excited about buying stuff.
I love watching Pop guy people. And even if I'm not into the ones that they collect, I just like watching their collection.
Yeah, the only Pop people that I watch are Nerd Therapy, because they do other stuff besides Pops.
That's a lie. You watch me in Bazaar.
No,
I love Top Pops. He is funny.
I'm so glad I introduced you to him.
Shut up.
Whenever Jane Graves does a Pop video, I don't watch it.
Why not?
That's mean.
Why not?
I don't watch it either, so it's fine.
Because I have no interest.
You're
no interest in them. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, honestly, my Pop videos do the worst. I don't get any views on them at all. So.
Really?
But I like it.
Really? I have people in the comments of my Pop videos, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you did this. Please do more." And I'm like,
Shut up.
Okay.
No one cares.
Well, it's funny because my anime videos do the worst on my channel.
It's because you don't do enough.
I don't know how to do them anymore.
But
It just
I love
You
doing
know,
the pop.
with this new setup, so I'm going to put my pops going around the top. And I've already told myself with the manga and the pops, since they're not just going to be out in the open all the time, that I'm going to try and do more of the like staged really good pictures like some of our friends do on Instagram and different stuff like that, because obviously I want to keep these things in use and use them instead of like, I mean, sometimes I use them and I get bored and I play with them. So, but
I have never done that, but they can't breathe out of the box. So.
that's okay. That just means they're like action figures or whatever, and I'm playing with their
Oh
corpses.
my god! You know what pop would be really funny for me to get?
A mic pop?
No, those are expensive.
A mic pop?
Yes, those are a Buzz Lightyear one. That'd be hilarious.
the big one.
Well, no, like the reason why I say they can't breathe out of the box is because of Buzz Lightyear. He can't breathe out of his helmet. You don't remember that part in the movie?
My eyeballs could have been sucked out of my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything more on the digital physical?
Yeah. What if pops were digital?
Wait, what?
What if pops were digital?
Huh?
What if pops were digital?
Do you know trading cards have gone digital?
Really? That's
I know.
weird. So you can collect Pokemon cards digitally?
Yeah, digitally you can collect Pokemon cards, and I think you can battle them as well for Pokemon. But Star Wars has all their Star Wars cards have gone digitally, so you can like trade and like stuff on. And
Which I
buy
mean, they've
digital
done
packs.
that. Like I played Magic back in the day, and now almost everything Magic wise has been made into a online set or something like that where you can play it online.
Yu-Gi-Oh does that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a thing that, hey, we were like this for a little while. Here it is digitally, play the game.
Yeah.
So, any questions in the comments, Bizarre?
Any questions in the comments? I know Mr. Sushi is watching. I'm in there.
Did you guys notice something gone?
What?
Very upset.
What's gone?
The poster of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. It's over at the other house. Stay tuned. This won't be here anymore,
Did
and
you
this
rip
won't be
it?
here anymore.
No,
I took it to the other house.
That's your card. That's up there.
So my
I
question to you is why did you Hey,
I have a
why
card
did you
here,
randomly pick this card?
and I have a card here, and there's 2 cards over there by my door.
Wait, what?
But why did you just randomly take that one poster? I'm confused.
I took it because it actually has a frame.
Oh, so you got oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's been like it's had a frame since I got it way back when. So it is the easiest one that I could take without ripping it or anything else. So everything else will be in a box later on. Including my big Kakashi poster.
You should probably get new posters.
Whatever. Kakashi's like my favorite dude.
Naruto is outdated.
Naruto's for champions, okay?
That's fucking weebs.
So you're a weeb.
So we actually have questions. Will you guys try a digital series from Kalma Mixology? If so, will you read Space Brothers.
Say that again.
Well, have you guys? I didn't know that Space Brothers was a manga. I thought it was just an anime.
If I had a tablet, yes, I would.
Yeah, me too.
I
I've
mean, honestly, like
doing
I've tried to read digital stuff, and like I don't know, it's just like I said before, I feel like digital manga and comics have passed me by, and I feel like it's not for me because
Yeah,
I feel honestly so disconnected from reading it on a screen versus holding it in my hand and physically holding it. Like
same.
I don't,
right.
I like it. Just if something doesn't click within me, or I'm like I gotta click and read the next page or next chapter.
Right.
It's like
There's also been medical studies too that the more you focus on a screen, I mean, obviously there's jobs that we have where we have to look at a computer screen,
yeah,
but for pleasure time and whatnot, you looking at a screen and it being stuff you have to focus on reading
yeah.
actually can harm your eyesight.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like all I do is look at a computer and number crunch all day after my job. So like, I don't want to come home and look at a screen and read a fucking comic book.
So yeah, and every single time I do try to read online, I always end up going out and just buying it. So it's like pointless. So like, I'll like read the first like couple chapters online, and then I'll be like, I actually really want this in my collection, and then I'll just go out and I'll buy it. I'm like, so
Why did I buy this digitally?
I mean, there are times where like I've gone out and bought something and I've read it and I'm like, like this wasn't that good.
yeah. Speaking of the Shonen app, I can't figure out how to cancel that. Not that it's a big deal because it's only $2, but I tried to cancel that thing like so many times because I never use it.
And that's where they get you.
I know. Like, I literally went, I hit cancel subscription, I hit the button, and then it still charges me. So,
You
Recall them.
You know what's funny? So I have the Funimation app and I'm still subscribed to it, and I hardly use it, even though I love the app and I love like all the stuff that's on there. But they continue to charge me for it, and I don't use it.
yeah.
They charge me like the $5 a month or whatever it is, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I do still have that. I can still go watch anime.
It's people like both of you that do that makes these people go, we can continue on.
It reminds me of my gym membership.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me of your gym membership.
My $70 that comes out of my account that I don't use.
Right.
Ever.
All right. Continue on. Any more questions?
Sushi wants to know, are e-readers different, Jin?
Are e-readers different than what?
What's an e-reader?
Yeah, I don't know what e-reader is. I'm old and I'm not up to date with technology.
An e-reader is kind of like a tablet or whatever that has books on it. Kind of like a Kindle.
Don't they have like an e-reader where it's like looks like a fake book, but it's like just filled with like Fist of North Star?
I don't know.
I remember seeing something about that.
Hey, Adam. Adam's in the comments.
Hey, Adam. I don't know why you're in the comments when I could just see you on the screen.
Yeah.
In the background, at least, Where's Mariah?
I mean, there
Mariah.
are
Oh, right there.
There are positives and negatives. There are positives and negatives when it comes to
can't
digital
hear me.
versus
I'm
physical.
so upset.
Mariah.
Mariah.
I feel
She
like
wants us to shut up.
I feel like the debate's just gonna go on, regardless of if anybody watches or not.
What?
What?
The debate versus physical versus digital. Like
Oh.
nobody's ever gonna solve it. I don't think.
Well, actually, I'm going to solve it right now. If you want to read it physical, read it physical. If you want to read it digital, read it digital. There we go. It's solved.
Take off from buying digital for a month and take off from buying physical for a month, everybody in everywhere, and then you'll know the outcome. Which one has a bigger detriment to it?
Physical.
Exactly. It costs more and everything else. So, I mean, think about it. If for a month or even 2 months we stop buying physical altogether, you know how many people at Right Stuff and all these other publishers, Viz, everywhere else would lose their jobs?
Yeah. Mr. Sushi says Lola Lee and Alonzi, we're still talking about demographics today.
Oh, I didn't even. I didn't get to really watch that
It's because it
podcast.
was still going on today. It's still going on.
I mean, I made a video a couple months ago about demographics. You can hear my thoughts there.
Right? You can watch it
I was ahead
after
of
you watch Graves.
I was ahead of it, before this even argument fucking popped up.
Right? After Jim Graves.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the same thing, but the reason I feel like that, like I actually thought about like what the argument was on Twitter and stuff, and since I was kind of like, well, why does it matter? Like, and I was like, well, I kind of arranged my collection.
Which
Like,
part of the
what?
Which part of the argument?
All of it in general.
The demographics argument or the other argument?
It wasn't the same. I'm confused.
No, they were different. This is what I had to tell Mike too yesterday.
Were they different? I can't remember.
I don't feel like they were different. I feel like they kind of all went together and they all.
One was based off of how basically if you're a woman, then everything that you write should be considered shoujo.
But that has to do with demographic.
Yeah, but I mean it's different because you're just looking at the author as itself.
What were the points Lohali and Alonzi made? Because he says they made good points. So.
I don't know. I didn't see any of it.
But I mean,
Mr. Shuki, what points did they make?
You know what?
Only reads shonen. So
you know what other good
that's
points?
his demographic is shonen.
You know what other good points that something makes?
Jin Graves makes good points.
Porcupines. They have good points. You should have known that was coming. You know what else is fast besides fast food?
Jin
Sonic.
Graves running to the fast food.
Sonic.
Right, Mike.
Whatever.
I mean, the whole demographics thing, honestly, is I feel like it's stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, in my mind, I was kind of having an argument with myself. I'm like, well, then if it doesn't matter, then why am I arranging my manga like in different demographics? Then I was like, because then I thought about it. I was like, oh, it's because when I want to read something, then I go to different things, what mood I'm in. So I kind of organize it in what mood I'm in.
I mean, I personally feel like I put this on Twitter that I feel like demographics kind of divide the fandom. If you like only shonen or seinen, you might not read shoujo or josei. But I mean, you could also go in even deeper. You only read like a specific type of seinen manga. You don't read everything that's in the seinen manga genre or demographic.
Yeah.
Because I could read Berserk, but I could also read Monster Musume. They're both seinen manga.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's like subsections in the subsections when it comes to demographics.
And then you look at Jin Graves stuff and you're like, it's everywhere.
You know what? I feel like people sometimes put too too much emphasis when it comes on, oh, I'm only going to read shonen manga. And more specifically, I'm only going to read battle shonen manga. But yeah. I honestly, I'm like, if the story interests me, I'll pick it up.
Did we get what points they made yet?
No, Adam's going on about how women should stay in the kitchen.
It's horrible.
And then he said that his friend called me a nerd.
I mean, aren't you?
That's what I said. I said I'm a nerd.
Do you have any more questions in the
Adam
comments?
says, I didn't really think about demographics until people I heard Insidious Swede. Can we fucking talk about Insidious Swede for a minute?
Gene Graves, can we talk about him?
Sure.
If I have to hear Insidious Swede is the other staple of the manga community, I think I might go up and across on my wrists.
Are you trying to say that I'm replacing him?
Yes, you are.
That's horrible.
I mean, honestly, like, oh, Insidious Swede is so amazing. Insidious Swede has all these subscribers and has this awesome manga collection. He is the be-all, end-all when it comes to...
Bizarre, look away. He's about to do the flip otaku dance.
When he is the end-all of MangaTube, and he's what we should strive for. You know what I say to that? That's what people are just going, Insidious Swede. Yeah, give it to me. And Insidious Swede is just like, yeah, soak it up, bitch.
Is he? I feel like he's not even there.
No, he's not even saying anything. He's just silent. But people are just like,
does he care then?
I don't really feel like he does care. I mean,
wait. So can you really be mad at him, or are you mad at the image that people portray of him?
I am mad at the image that people portray him as.
Okay.
I am not mad at him because I don't know the man. I don't know the man. Good. I am mad at what people make him out to be.
Okay. Because that leads up to my second question. So you're not mad at Jen Graves. You're mad at people wanting him to be the king.
Yes.
I'm mad at everyone.
You're bizarre. I hate everyone equally.
Everyone.
I mean, honestly, like, I got into this, quote, fucking community, if you want to call it that.
Can we get out of the community? Is that a thing?
And, I mean, I feel like I was dragged into this goddamn community. And, you know, I knew who Fatal Ferret was because I just happened to click on him one day.
This Ichibox stuff, didn't you?
No, I wanted a review on Not Lives, and he just happened to be the one. He happened to be the one person that fucking popped up. And yes, that is a really good idea. I love his Ichiboxes. Just saying.
That's a real thing from Japan.
I know, and I want it for my channel.
Why don't you get it?
They're expensive.
How much?
It's like, I think it's like $50 a box.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, you get a lot of stuff in it.
You get a lot of stuff. And, you know, I was like, okay, yeah, there's this one guy out here. There's one guy out here, you know. And then I came across Andrew Sudoku. Andrew Sendoku. Is it Sendoku?
Hey, Mike, read the comments.
What does it say? Jen is the OG. I'm going to fucking blow my brains out.
No, keep going down.
What?
Me too. Hope you get sleep.
All the way down the bottom.
I started way before Jen, like 2 years.
No, keep going. Keep going.
That's all there is. It just stops. I can't see anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else there.
So Mr. Sushi said, I got into this community because Miggs was sucking Jin's dick, so I searched up Jin.
I mean, Jin Graves and Miggs are rivals.
Are they? When did that happen?
A while back.
No.
If you
Um,
watch the Q&A, you'd know Bizarre.
Yeah.
Because I brought up, somebody said, do you have a rival? And I said, I don't consider myself to have a rival, but I have 12 people that have told me they're my rivals.
And, you know, like I get into this community, and you know, there are tiers to our community. You have the really established people like Insidious Swede, Fatal Ferret.
Wait,
Is
I
it
need you to name these tiers.
God tier is up here.
Whoa. They can't be on that because you already said that Jin Graves is in God
Okay,
tier.
sorry.
And he is there by himself. He does not share.
Demigod tier.
Okay, I'll accept it.
You have like Insidious Swede, Andrew Sendoku. Is it Anime Intensity?
I have no idea.
I don't remember who she is. She's a skinny girl with brown hair.
She's a masculine Jace favorite.
You know, you have these people. You have we'll even go with Glass Reflection for the
I
anime
don't know who
side.
that is.
He's an anime guy. Then
Oh.
we have like who's that fucking guy you like? Code Provider.
Yeah,
Code Provider.
he
and
should be
then
higher than them.
Like this, he said.
no, not like this. I mean, but I guess we could put like this in there. I don't know. I mean, maybe no like this would be probably down a little more. But you know that, and then for Neverworld, I guess would be one of them. I'm just throwing out names. I don't really remember all of them all off the top of my head. So I don't necessarily watch these people.
What
The
about
only
a
one
Masculine J?
Matthew is not on there. But
Well, that's
but you have all these people who are quote the OGs of MangaTube. Then you have the what I will call not demigods, but we'll call them more like these superhumans or the humans with incredible strength or whatever. You have the who they consider to be OGs of the MangaTube community, like Apollo Gray, Gear Third. I guess we'll throw Old Shaman in there too. I don't remember exactly. There's somebody else in there, but I can't remember off the top of my head. We'll throw Lythis in there as well. who are honestly, if you're a fucking OG, you have to be an old person. Just saying. And these people.
Wait, is that not what OG stands for? Old guy?
Old guy, yes, that's for old guy.
So
These stands for original gangster.
Same thing.
Am I an OG or not?
No, we're not. We're getting to you. Hold on.
Wait, does that mean that both of y'all are more OG than me because y'all are both old guys?
Yes, and these people are younger than me, but are considered the OGs in our community. Then we have the people who are down below, who are the bizarre individual. We'll go with Shay. We'll go with Lindsay Tutt. Oh no, I'll even put up there the quote OGs. We'll throw Simply G in there too in Manga Hoarder. No, Manga Hoarder might be even above with the original people. Maybe, I don't know exactly. And then you have the Lindsay Tutts, the Shays, the Loba Lees, the Jin Grave.
Hey, you already put me at the top, ass.
Shut the fuck up. Then you have we'll go with Migs as well. The Migs, the manga tuber. Then you have the right below that is the Otaku Mics, the Bizarre Individuals, the Ameskio Jays. Flip Otaku is up here, but you have the rest of everybody else down here. There's a ranking system on how it goes. Just saying.
I feel like this list is not very extensive or accurate.
I don't fucking remember everybody in this goddamn community.
I get what you're saying, Mike. I get you.
You know, as much as I enjoy this community sometimes I feel like it's going to implode on itself. Just saying.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, I missed people with overblown egos. I forgot the Anime Man group.
Oh, I feel like you said some of them already.
But I mean, if you take anything I've said seriously, please don't at me.
I'm gonna at you.
Please don't at me, because I'm not looking to fight with anybody right
I'm
now.
gonna make a video on you.
I'm gonna at you in the back of the head.
Please make a video on me and rant.
Guys, after whenever you were going over that list, we went from 3 to 1 people watching. That's funny.
I thought Mike was one of those people watching.
Well, I guess we went from 2 to 0.
But I'm watching. I'm confused.
Maybe it doesn't count if you're on it. I don't know, because it only says one person's watching.
Mine still says 3.
Oh, really? Mine says 1.
But yeah, I guess that was my rant of the day.
That was the part-time show, guys, with
You're
Otaku
welcome.
Mike.
You're welcome. I probably rambled on a little too much there. I feel like somebody is going to make a video about this, and
no, guys, we don't make videos anymore. We go rants on Twitter.
What are you talking about? I've already made memes of you right now.
Shut up.
Oh yeah,
I'm posting them everywhere.
Thank you. I mean, where are the videos like Ameskio J says, where everybody is at everybody's throat and taking jabs like the good old days of manga too?
Obviously, you haven't watched mine and Bizarre Individuals videos towards each other.
And you know, people keep going, "Oh, I want it to be like the good old days." I don't know what the good old days were. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't a part of this community. You know, I'm sorry.
Wait. You're old. You know about the good old days. Remember?
Yes,
Petra Spawns remembers.
But not on the fucking internet. Not on fucking YouTube.
So
okay.
So Otaku Mike, what you're saying is when you started, it was a shit show.
When I started, it seemed like a nice community. Now it seems like a shit show.
Like I said, can I get out of the community, please?
Hey, man. Again, were you the shit kicker that did it?
I don't really know.
It's always been you. You were the flaw in the machine.
The machine.
I feel like we gotta talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger when we say.
I mean, like, I don't know, like,
get to the chopper.
I feel like when everybody's egos get involved, like, things start to go downhill.
Right.
And we can't lie and say our egos aren't going to get involved. You know, we can't say,
Wait. I would only like to say my ego doesn't get involved in that. It happens that the ego that was created by this said community that you're talking about gets involved.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's weird, like,
Well,
you know.
I don't think Jin's ever going to get an ego because he's had one from the beginning, so it's not. It can't get any worse.
No, I didn't, Dick.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know where I was going with this now. I totally lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Wait. What did you say?
He
You
was
said you got an ego.
with like manga tubers with people's ego getting the best of them.
Oh, even the best of, and people, certain people being like, I miss the good old days. You know, back when there were only a couple channels. You know, I only had to subscribe to like 6 people.
Hey, I miss the good old days too when YouTube only had like 4 people on it before everybody else was able to get onto it, and there was dial up.
You know, one thing that bugs me is with
I
people.
really liked it when my bread came in one solid loaf and not in multiple pieces. I also really liked when milk came in a jar and was set outside my front door.
I really liked it when the internet was the net in your bathing suit.
The what?
It's a Simpsons joke.
I'm not old enough.
The internet is the like the part, the netting in like a swimsuit, like for like guys.
Oh.
It was a Simpsons joke, which you guys didn't get. But like, you know, people being like, "Oh, I miss the good old days" and whatnot, and like, is it really bad that all these new people have come into the community? I mean, because technically, I'm still a new person. I haven't hit a year yet. You know, I haven't, and
Do you really consider anybody that has hit a year or over old?
I would say they've established themselves.
I mean, you know, because I've said it before, I feel like there are a lot more things that go into what you should be considered. Your manga collection, how you've kept that manga collection. Have you sold anything out of it? How long you've been on YouTube? How many people know about you? How you work social media? How much product do you have with your brand on it? You know, how many people are your friends? All this other stuff functions into it. How long you've been on there?
Media thing. I hate having to do social media thing. Like,
yeah, how many subs you have? Like, it all rolls into one.
Yeah,
you know, and it's kind of like some people invest too much things in a certain part.
I feel like some people invest too much time in certain parts.
I mean, Jin Graves just like to buy his manga.
I mean, when I have to see 5 posts of a live stream going up, that's kind of ridiculous.
5 posts of a live stream going up?
Yeah, like, 30 minutes, there's a live stream. 5 minutes, it's a live stream. We're live, guys. You know. I don't know. There's just things that I don't like about the community. You know, I don't have time to sit and talk to everybody. I don't have time to comment on everybody's videos. You know, I don't have time to sit in a Discord and chat with people.
I don't have a Discord.
Yeah, which I feel like that
Everyone,
honestly,
join the bizarre individual Discord. It's
that
out.
Honestly leaves. I feel like it leaves some of us out of the community because we don't communicate with everybody, unlike some people.
I also would like to say I find that it's funny that most people hide behind their computers, even if I can see your face, and you would like to go out and attack somebody over something they said or some kind of bullshit beef that you got into, and instead of sitting there like a civilized person, if they were sitting across from you in a diner, having a cup of tea with you or something, or coffee, or whatever thing you want, beer, and you talk to them like a civilized human being and whatnot, then what gives you the right to sit behind your computer and do that as well?
That's true.
And I mean, honestly, I know you and Bizarre have kind of circle jerked me a little bit on the whole being this king or whatever, but honestly,
it's not just me and Bizarre.
But well, yes, there is more, but honestly, I feel like
I don't look at you like that though. I don't look at you like your
but I feel like the reason why I am held in that high regard and whatnot is the fact that going into this, every video, anytime I talk to somebody, that is how I act. As if I am sitting there talking to the person face to face, mano a mano, as a friend, and I'm not going to sit there if you get on my bad side and rip you a new one just because I have the protection of not being in the same room with you.
I feel like you don't have any protection. I can find out where you live.
No shit. There are a lot of psychopaths that are out there that do a lot of other things that can find where you're at, regardless of how well you think you've hidden it, and can show up at your house at any time.
Yeah, most definitely.
So why would you want to sit there with the rest of the community and piss anybody off to that extent over something stupid that had no use of being talked about or argued about in the beginning?
True.
It's been said before. I'm pretty sure Alonzi said it and Miggs has said it. And over time, a lot of other people have said it. It all comes down to it. It's just manga. Don't get your knickers, your panties,
Don't get your
or your
panties
big
in a
boy
wad.
pants in a wad. Okay?
It's true. But when egos get behind it, all bets are off.
And even when Jin Graves sounds irritated, he still plays nice. So it's a good thing nobody's got him on a bad side yet.
I'm waiting for that day.
Oh, Mike's just waiting for I can't log into my YouTube account. What's going on? Message. The entire YouTube thing was taken down due to one man. YouTube is no longer a thing.
I don't want to bash on her whatsoever, but Manga Hoarder, when she said she doesn't like how the community is kind of stopped talking about manga and started talking about the community as a whole. She's kind of stopped enjoying that. Do you feel like the community kind of talks too much about itself?
Yes.
And doesn't talk about what we're all here for is the manga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes and no.
I think that parts of the community do push further for a betterment of it. But at the same time, I do feel like there is a divide where people do lose it as this is what it is. Whenever you can't, what's going on now? We have the Spartan Challenge and whatnot still going on. We still have 6-7 days left. Whenever you make such a big amount of videos that you can't even enjoy yourself to do it and put those out and say, look how much I've read, Mom, Dad, Otaku Mike, Bizarre Individual, whoever it is, I think you've lost it. You've lost it, and you have basically went to the deep end and said, manga doesn't even matter anymore. It's me pushing the limit to appear that, hey, I am this way in the community. When it happens that way, It is a very strong disagreement on my side because then you are getting away from it. If you change at all, again, there are different things, and I think a lot of people don't understand it. When you're in YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot, to get those views or whatnot, you put yourself on the line because you go, let me put these extra few volumes of manga that somebody recommended me in my cart. Let me do that every month. I add more. I build it up. I build it up. I build it up. I continue. I build it up. At some point, you're in the hole because you can't figure out. I can't buy this. I can't do this. I can't do that.
Mm.
When you have to change so much that you're doing it for somebody else instead of yourself or whatever, it's not fun anymore. When I do a
agree.
manga haul, it's for me saying, "Look at this, guys. This is what I got. Would I have not bought it if I wasn't on YouTube? Hell no. I would have bought that shit for sure. But I want you to see it."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at one point I was there early on within my YouTube journey. I got things just to be like, hey guys, I got this, and there was a point where I felt like I wasn't doing videos for myself. I was doing videos um, to try to get the views or the clicks or whatever.
Yeah. And I mean, and both you guys can be totally honest with this. How many times have you guys both told me, I want to buy this, I want to buy that? And usually my answer is no, don't buy it because I know that you're putting yourself on the line to get it.
You have to
What?
refresh. You have to refresh my memory because I don't remember.
That happens all the time. Whenever you want to buy something and you go, should I buy this? Is this a good deal? Should I do this? And I'm like, no, don't do it. There will be a better deal in the future. Save up, get it.
I buy it
Don't
anyways.
don't put yourself in the hole where you only have $20 left.
Oh, so speaking of which, remember how talking to Mike, you said that I shouldn't get the Revolutionary Gold Utena collector's box?
Wait, which the DVD or
Um,
Blu-ray? The Blu-ray?
remember how I said that I could get it without the box for cheaper?
I don't know if it's necessarily cheaper, but I know you can get the Blu-rays without the
Well,
box.
you told me to get it the cheaper way, and I ended up not doing that. So,
Oh, okay.
oops.
Well, I mean, I believe like those Blu-rays are expensive,
And
regardless,
say,
aren't they? Like,
Dr.
well,
Mike
like, aren't
is
they
saying, you disgust me.
like $30 or $40 a piece? Like each set, there's like three of them,
Yeah,
right?
but I love that series so much that I'm not normally a box person,
Uh huh.
but with that series,
I
I
mean,
wanted it
that
for so
set
long.
that set is extreme. Like that set is really nice. A lot of effort was put into that set.
And it's out of print now, and I got it.
Is it out of print now?
Yeah, they're not
Okay.
making it anymore. It's
Okay.
still available to buy. They're just not making any more copies.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think it was like they were like made like a certain amount, right?
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, like it all really depends on you. Like, if there's another way you can get that series when it comes to buying it legally, you know, you either get the expensive box set or you get the less
Yeah, it's
expensive.
just weird how I do that though, because normally I like the thin pack better because it takes
Uh,
up less space.
oh yeah.
Normally, I always get the thin pack all the way, but in that I don't know why, but with that series, I wanted the box so bad, and it's
I mean,
weird.
that's understandable. Like, I would love to
Hey,
get the box set for G Gundam, but I can't spend whatever how much it was to
hey,
get G Gundam.
can we talk about manga working out for a second?
What?
Manga working out.
Manga working out?
Yeah.
Like the gym manga, like working out manga?
Just in general. Mike brought it up earlier. What do you think about it?
Um,
What do you think about that feat of extremeness?
it was a funny couple of seconds. I loved your thumbs up at the beginning And then you're like, and then you went like, and you're like, and we got to see those nice Jim Graves sexy biceps. And then he was like,
Hey, you know why I did that, right?
what?
I did that because of our buddy Flip's video where he's like, I did 200 pounds, and it was like, and you saw him do 3, and I was like, dude, you're not at that level yet. Don't say that.
Did you see his collection video today? That was awesome.
That's why I was like,
Wait, he did
power
a collection
grab, you
video?
yeah, he did an anime collection.
Yeah, he did an anime collection video the other day.
He did.
But I'm very sad about it, though.
Why?
I didn't get to watch it.
Why don't you watch it?
Because I've already seen it all. Why would I watch it again? This would be
He shows us every time.
The time I've seen all that shit again.
Well, I thought it was still interesting, and every single time he calls me, he shows me everything he gets.
Hey, you guys want to see what's in my next haul? But if you watch my next haul, I'm going to be pissed at y'all, okay? Just saying. You've already seen it all.
I think he's making a joke about football.
Show us.
I can't.
Why are you going to tease us like that?
Are you talking about the one where it's like my entire anime collection? He's like standing behind it.
Yes.
The one with the table?
The one that he just put up?
Hey, I would
The one
love
that was-
that video if he did a body slam onto the table and the manga or the movies just kind of.
I mean, I've
would
seen
love it.
he did an anime collection video a couple months ago, and I already watched it.
Bootleg. Like, no, he just put one up today.
Yeah, but he did one a couple months ago.
It's bootleg. Don't tell Otaku Mike.
Read the comics. Mr. Sushi said bootleg collection.
Otaku Mike, don't watch that video.
Yeah, there's a lot of bootlegs in it.
I don't need you turning into evil Otaku Mike.
I'm
Otaku Mike, are you going to dislike the video?
no.
Are you going to like the video?
Or
Or are you just going to leave it standard?
I'll just probably leave it standard.
What
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to have the debate about bootlegs with Flip Otaku again. Honestly.
Oh, so next podcast, it's going to be bootleg versus legal.
I'm tired of having the conversation.
I'm just joking. When are we going to read Pluto?
Because every time I'm like, Flip, I love you, but every time he's like, you got bootlegs from a guy off of eBay, and then tried to shut him down.
Oh,
like,
so now with me getting in the Revolutionary Gold Utah, I have officially replaced all my bootlegs, and the only reason why I have bootlegs is because I had them before I knew what bootlegs were. But I've officially bought all the bootlegs that I had, so now I think we have everything legal.
And then I'm like, why was that a bad thing?
I just have to tell y'all, I don't like the word bootleg because
counterfeit.
It makes me feel like the person strapped it to their leg and smuggled it into the country.
How about counterfeit? We'll call it counterfeit.
Well, yeah. So I officially rebought all my counterfeit.
Wait. So does that mean that they use a counter to do their workouts?
Shut up. Granted, I only had 3. I had Cowboy Bebop, which that I rebought immediately. No, never mind. I haven't officially. But I still need Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I did have it, but it got stolen. So I don't know if that counts or not.
Oh, so Miggs said he talked about slowing down and reading at your own pace and not reading to keep up with the other people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because Miggs got caught up in that himself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, But I mean, I'm tired of having the bootleg conversation. I mean, so what? I messaged somebody to get some bootlegs, and I tried to get them shut down.
Yeah. Oh, I
Hey,
mean, I wasn't even trying.
hey,
I wasn't trying to bring up that conversation. I was just
hey,
saying that
I feel like it's funny
what
too,
has
and I
like,
guess I'll say this because I don't feel like anybody will ever watch this entire video. But I find it funny how Mike started looking to how to send something into like the IRS or whatever for the person to basically get in trouble with the government about it.
really?
It was the FBI.
Are you gonna report them?
I did
He
report them.
did.
That is so mean.
He didn't just report him to the thing. He reported him to the government.
That is so mean.
Hey,
Bizarre.
hey,
Bizarre. Really?
hey, hey.
First of all, I never reported them to the government. I looked into trying to report them to the FBI because it says when you pull up a DVD, FBI warning label, whatever you want to fucking call it. But I called eBay and I was like, "Hey, eBay, there's these people selling this guy selling bootlegs." And they're like, "Okay, like how do you know it's bootleg?" And I was like, "Cause I know where to fucking get a bootleg. If you go on fucking eBay to get a bootleg, this guy is making and distributing bootlegs. That's illegal, you know."
But
And then
then you have to get in the argument. I see people do illegal things all the time. I'm not.
that is true, but this person in particular was charging outrageous amounts for a fucking bootleg. Like over $100 for the Evangelion bootlegs. Would you pay $100 for an Evangelion bootleg?
No, because it's fake.
And these were quote nice bootlegs.
Yes, I would pay $100 in Monopoly.
Or pay like over $100 for Hajime no Ippo.
I mean, honestly, if you think
I
about it,
did in Monopoly money.
but that doesn't make any sense. Why would you pay $100 for fake when? I mean, honestly, if you saved up another $100 for $200, you can buy the DVDs.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more than that,
Yeah, around there. But
yeah,
still,
and I'm like, so I
When I
messaged
buy it with Monopoly money.
I messaged the guy because Flip had told us on the Dadcast that he got these from this seller for free, and he was going to review them on his channel, and I was like, okay, why don't I? Because Jim Graves and I thought that he was honestly making this up, like. Why would somebody just send bootlegs to you and have them review them? Bootlegger wants to make money off of this stuff.
Right, especially missing out on like $300 worth of profit.
Yeah, especially in missing out on profit.
I find it really weird how willingly, though, especially after you kind of told me the story, that you said, "Oh, I want to review these things," and he like willingly was like, "Oh yeah, let me send you this stuff." Like,
so
what if everybody goes to him and says that? Like, he's not going to sell shit.
Wait, where did Bizarre go?
He's going to the bathroom.
Dang it! I'll wait. Tell my story.
All right, tell me a different story.
I don't have a different story.
Tell me a story about a PB&J.
I'm listening. What?
Okay, so I tracked down the seller because he was going to be quote our sponsor for the Dadcast, and we were like, no, we're not doing a sponsored bootlegger for the Dadcast. That's ridiculous. I was like, I want no part of it.
I said I would sell my soul to the devil, but we weren't getting any money for it, and Flip never showed us the green.
And
Hot?
and so
no money.
And so like I messaged this guy and I was like, hey, my name is so and so. I'm a YouTuber.
My name
I put my channel name in there. I put my link in there, and I was like, hey, I would like to review your product on my channel. And he didn't get back to me. I was like, I would like to review. I think it was the Macross sets. And he got back to me and he was like, "Oh, those are not going to be available anytime soon. Would you like to review the Hajime no Ippo box set that's coming out? And I will send it to you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And I was like, "Can I also review the Gunbuster Diebuster set and the Now and Then Here and There set?" He was like, "Sure, I will send those to you. Just give me your address." I gave him my address. Um, and he's like, "I will send you the Hajime no Ippo stuff later." And I was like, "Okay." So I got this stuff in the mail. And I told Jengers about this. I got the stuff in the mail maybe like a week or two later. And I cracked them open and I looked at them and I was like, and I even compared my Diebuster set to the Diebuster bootleg, and my Diebuster set had better video quality than the bootlegs. So like, what's going on here? Like, like this person was willing to send me stuff in order to make a profit. Then
Yeah.
I turned around and I put him I put him his link to in the anime collectors group that we're a part of Bazaar. And I was like, "Don't buy from this person. They sell bootlegs and manufacture bootlegs." Which that almost got Flip kicked off apparently from the group. Allegedly. I don't know.
Allegedly.
And so like the whole thing about it, yeah, yes,
Wait. What does allegedly mean?
it possibly almost got kicked off. And I put this guy on blast. And I was like, that nobody should be selling bootlegs for an outrageous amount. Like that's ridiculous. It's fucking stupid. Sorry, you're gonna get us taken off.
Huh?
You're gonna get us taken off of YouTube. Don't do that. You're gonna get us flagged.
What am I doing?
Oh, it's fine. It's on his channel.
What am I doing?
No, it's horrible.
What?
He's talking about whatever you were watching.
I was looking up a review.
Okay, what was that? I don't even remember what. And so Flip got upset with me that I basically almost took down his supplier.
His drug supply.
So every time we bring up the whole bootleg thing, he was like, "You got bootlegs from the same guy and tried to take him down." And like, well, what was bad about that? And he's like, "You made bootlegs in the past." And I was like, "Yeah, I did. I did make bootlegs in the past. I feel like I've atoned for my sins. I'm not doing it anymore. So why hold this over my head?"
How many years sober are you from doing it?
It's almost a decade.
I feel like that would be a nice thing. Yeah. How many years sober are you from buying or selling bootlegs?
I stopped in 2009.
Then you could have like Flip in there too. How long has it been for you? About a week.
But I don't feel like anybody's gonna get this far in the podcast and watch this whole thing, so I don't really feel like anything's gonna come of it. Honestly, it's stupid.
I mean, what can I say though?
I tried to take somebody down. I was on.
You either are open about it, you tell people about it and whatnot. Which technically, if somebody wanted to from the government watch any of this stuff and know that you do buy any of that, they could come and get you. Or you could not say anything about it and just not worry about it.
Yeah, true. Sorry for my other rant.
I thought that you were only going to go one rant.
Sorry, I apologize.
What happened to this podcast?
Jim Gates got me started again.
Did I?
One of y'all did.
I think it was me, but I didn't mean to. I was talking about his collection video, and that was it.
Okay, that's probably what got me started.
This is very
I was
true.
talking about his collection video. But I still need to finish it. I like it, but he likes a lot of mecha. And I like mecha too, just not that much.
Hey, I just got to tell you the funny thing. Well, it's the funny thing for both of y'all. So I'm going to pick y'all out real quick. Okay. Bizarre. How many pops do you have? Roughly.
300?
Okay. I have 300. Bizarre is now getting to catch up, guys. Mike, how many models do you have?
6.
Completed and uncompleted.
8.
Okay. Have over 30. I would just like to also bring up how both of you guys got me into it, and it's some kind of weird skyrocketed rate. I grew way too fast on both of them.
And also, let's state how you didn't have a job and we both did. So I don't know how the fuck that happened.
It was easy savings.
Sorry, I was looking at the comments in this video.
Looking at the comments of this video. Which video?
The Flip Otaku, my anime video.
Are you watching his collection?
No, I was just going to the comments. I already know what's in his collection, Bizarre. He shows me what's in his collection before every day.
He showed me too. I still like to watch it because I like seeing them all together.
He's got over 900 views on this. I think he can go without not having. I just gave him a view because I clicked on it.
I think you actually have to watch a little bit of it for it to go through.
YouTube also count, like, they see how long you watch the video too, and like if you skip 2.
I mean, because I've done that before, and it doesn't recognize it.
Oh. Is anybody watching us in the live stream?
No.
I'm still watching us in the live stream.
You don't count. Shut up. So what are we going to talk about next week? Not next week, but
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
What do
you actually want to read Pluto?
Do you know what other podcast is bi-weekly?
There's so many podcasts.
But which other one is bi-weekly?
I don't know.
The Serial podcast?
I wouldn't even watch this podcast. I don't watch podcasts.
Exactly.
That's not true. You watched.
Are we going to get our thunder stolen?
You watched.
I literally just click on the Taco Dads to show my support. I click on it and then I like the video and then I don't watch it.
The last one was really good, Bizarre.
Was it?
Yes.
So I feel like a really good thing to talk about next time, which I mean might be rubbing feathers and stuff the wrong way, but
we cannot mention the community.
Why and what reasons you would choose not to support somebody in the community?
Because their head's too big and they think they're the shit.
You were supposed to hold that till next time.
I mean, I don't know. Would that rub people the wrong way? Like,
would it?
Like,
is there really a way to rub people the wrong way?
Can we talk about?
We just went down.
Can we talk about that for like an hour?
We just went down to water.
Plot twist.
You know, like I don't know, like.
I don't think we should. Let's not do that.
Would we be able to talk about that and not come off as jerks or like jealous assholes or like?
Don't people already view certain people in our thing as jerks?
I mean, don't people already view us as that?
And shit kickers.
Shit kickers. You know,
shit kickers and
I
other
think out
things.
of the three of us, Jen Graves is the saint.
Where did
And
that
Jen-
come from? What are we talking about? The shit kickers.
Oh, that was just the running joke that I told Mike earlier, like 5 minutes in to us talking about this, that he was a shit kicker.
Oh.
And he goes, "Don't you tell me I'm a shit kicker."
I mean, I don't know. I would have to think about that. You got something else to talk about? We can maybe have.
How about if we actually read Pluto and review it?
The first volume?
The first 4 volumes?
I can do the first volume.
The first 3 volumes?
I can do the first volume.
I wanted you to say the first 2 volumes.
Wait. So we have a problem.
What?
Yours is packed?
Exactly. I don't know where mine is.
I guess you're going to have to read it digitally.
It's true. Like when we were doing the Monster Cast episode 1, I had to carry him because he did not have his manga out.
This is true.
Jim Graves, why do you move at bad times?
I feel like I move at good times. It's just the world that moves around me is moving at a bad time.
Of course you would say something egotistical.
It's not egotistical.
Sure it is.
It's very insightful. So, what's your favorite kind of sushi roll?
Let's save that for next time.
Do we want to have a topic to talk about as well, or do we just want to review Pluto?
Yes. We should talk about things outside that we like besides manga. Like Pops and Gunpla.
That's what we always talk about. What would be different?
We should just shit talk Jen Graves. Not Jen Graves.
Sweet.
I know, it looks amazing.
Oh, so I got my first 2 figures the other day.
Get your first 2 what?
Figures.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Look, I also got my first stand. You just made me think about it when you said your figures, because figures usually come with really nice looking stands.
Yeah, I mean, mine, they're not nice looking, but like I have like the cheap, like, figures, but I actually went out and bought like my first 2. I wouldn't say my first 2 real figures, but they're my first 2 expensive real figures. And guess where they're from? Full Metal Panic.
Japan.
Full Metal Panic.
China.
Guess where they're from? Japan. Full Metal Panic.
Is one of them?
Is it Full Metal Alchemist?
Shut up.
Is one of them Tessa?
Yes, I'll be back.
And the other one is
Considering.
I forgot what her name is. The blue-haired girl, Kiname.
I don't know. Look, they gave me little screws.
For what?
Sniffing.
Okay.
I don't know. So, going off of some things, I did something really good today, which kind of goes off of my video that I did before on what we talked about last Monday. So the Kamiki Burning Gundam or whatever, Rising Gundam model.
The one I want.
Do you? I thought you had that one.
I have the little one.
Oh. Anyway, so I bought that one and a pair of pliers and stuff for my brother.
Oh.
And so hopefully we can shake him out of some of his depression by getting to build it, basically.
Those are nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying
Yeah, they're nice.
Is
I
it
love
chittery? Is it chittery?
Bizarre, you should get the model kits for Full Metal Panic.
That would be nice. I don't think I have the patience to actually build them though.
You don't have to build them in like one night. You can just do it over time.
Hey,
That's true.
you could give your friend like $20 and he'd build them for you.
They cost more than $20.
No, he's just paying me $20 to build them. This is because
If you live close, I would.
Do you think anybody's gonna get to the end of this podcast?
What?
yes, you know
And
why?
watch all of it.
You know why? Because 3 people have already made the journey and we've gotten here.
So you guys want to wrap this up?
Wrap it before you tap it.
Wrap it.
What?
Tap it.
Shut up.
What other topic do you guys want to talk about next time, other than Pluto?
I don't know. I think Pluto's good. I think that way it can be like an hour.
Can we actually talk about podcasts in general?
Sure.
Good.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that would be a strong, good subject to actually talk about because there are a huge fucking excess of them right now, on top of ones that all of us are involved in. And
Yeah.
I mean, there is the good, the bad, and the weird that comes with part of the podcast. So
You gonna stop it
Okay. So we're gonna review Pluto
and talk about podcasts?
and then talk about podcasts. Sounds good. So they both start with a P.
So are we talking about like podcasts within like our community or just podcasts in general?
podcast, I mean, I guess part of it would be podcasts in our community.
Okay.
I like watching pop podcasts. Those are fun.
Pop podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Mike doesn't.
Fun.
Anyways,
Anyway, if you finally make it this far, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And if you've got here, you enter the promo code at the bottom of the page, and you'll win $1,000. Okay.
And drop a like, comment down below, and whether or not you enjoyed this podcast.
and also
Drop
let
a
us know
comment down below. Drop a comment down below if you've gotten this far.
And
If
let us know
Watch
if you disagree with our views or opinions. At Bizarre Individual.
I don't think it was any of them was opinions. It was mostly just our intent.
What?
What? Anyways, I guess
I am very confused at this point.
I was just giving Otaku Michael a hard time.
Pervert.
Bizarre, are you going to share this on your Twitter page after it goes up?
That's a good idea. I will.
Hey, I have another question.
So I can retweet it.
Have you watched any more Chittery?
We actually haven't, but we need to. But every single time we go to watch Chittery, we get into a fight. So
You get to what?
into a fight.
It's fucked up.
Like Konami Chittery?
Well, Adam's really cute, so instead of calling it Full Metal Panic, he calls it Chittery. So he's like, "Can we watch some more Chittery?" It's really cute. I think it's funny.
I still haven't watched the new one.
I can't wait to watch season 4.
Hey, are you going to end this podcast?
Are you gonna end this podcast?
Huh?
Click end podcast end stream on top.
Or are we still going another 30 minutes? I'm very confused.
We're going another 30 now. I mean, I thought I didn't know if we were wrapping it up or not.
Yeah, that's why we wrapped it before we tapped it.
Okay, on that note.
On that note, bye.
And